Welcome, welcome, welcome! This is Denis Labrecque here, and in my fourth tutorial we're going to learn specifically how to use divisions to make accurate styling, and how to add more classes to links. So, here is my site that I'm going to make. Now, it's probably worth explaining here what I'm going to do. I want my site to display exactly this way in my normal browser, but in a phone, we would want this section to appear on top, and to be only the page will only be this wide. And the next section with the title and the picture will flow beneath my home and my menu and goal site will flow beneath this, and all this block of text and image will have the same width as the telephone browser over here. So, how do we do that? Let's go to our folder. Actually, no, I'll go to my browser. And here you see what we're working on in my last tutorial. And what we want to do is add right here, if I go back to my reference photo, right now we have a title, that's fine, and we have a little text, but what I want to do is make this division right here. So let's think I had GIMP opened up last time. Yes, I did. And I've even done it already for you. I'm going to select the color of my... Wait. This is not the right window. Okay, here we are. I'm going to select the color, which I've already done, but I'm going to select the color of the division I want to make to have the right style. I'm going to open this box and copy that color. Now, we're going to make a new division, as I told you. And division is basically a bit like a paragraph. It's just a place where anything can go. For example, I'm just seeing that I have this time here, and I could use a division to make that. So division is basically a recipient for styles. So in this case, I would add, for this division that was right here, I would add a color of black, and the text color would be white, and all that sort of thing. We're going to call that division, we're going to call it class navigation. And that's because we're going to have 4 divisions. So beneath that, we're going to add another division, and at this point it's probably worth explaining. I'm doing this division right here, and right now we're going to add this division over here. Therefore, if I return to my browser, no, not my browser, sorry, I wasn't on the right thing. Okay, we're adding the second division, and we're going to call this is the division with the navigation links. So we're going to call this box link, because we want our, let's say I open my search pane here, when I search for something, we want our links to appear somewhat like this. So a bit like rectangular boxes. So that's why I'm going to call it box link. In our third division, we want it to be the title of our picture, and we'll have the title here and the little text. So what we should have done since the beginning, we'll write jet plane, and underneath we'll write this image was rendered in Blender. And here we go. Therefore, you're going to see a bit more of what we're doing here. So right now, sorry, I have to explain what I did first. My last tutorial was a mistake, and so I had to start over. So we added divisions over this title and over this paragraph. However, as you see right now, for some reason that we don't know, we cannot see our divisions, and that's because they have no content. So they're just, because there's no content inside, so if I write text here, we're going to see that suddenly our divisions appear. Yeah, like this. However, they don't have any styling, so we can't really see them, we just see what's inside the divisions. So, if we remember correctly, we first have our division class navigation. I'll go back to my style sheet, and we're going to make a division point navigation. I'll move this up, and now we want to add the color, or background color. So we're going to write background, and remember that I have just copied this a while ago from GIMP, so we're going to make a pound symbol, paste this in, and the first division, ta-da, it has the background color that it should have. Now, for the second division, we're going to let the second division not have a background color, because we want it to be the background color of the page. If you remember, following my first tutorial, we put the page color to be the color of this division, so we'll have no problem with that. Now, notice when I refresh my page that we have a border, for some reason, around a division, and we don't want that. The reason why we have this border is because Firefox automatically adds a border to my body. Therefore, I don't want a border, so I'll remove the padding, and I'll write 0 pixels. And as you should see, when I save and refresh, oh, actually it's not padding, I'm sorry, it's margin. Margin 0 pixels. Not XP, but pixels. And here you go, now we have removed our margin. So we'll leave this in this form for right now, and we can add our links here right now. So to add a link, remember we use the tag A, and for href, I'll just leave my href blank for right now. Inside our link, we have our first menu and goal of this site. So we'll write menu, and href equals nothing, goal of this site. And you see right here that we have both our links. Now, problem. We want our links not to display in orange, and we want our links to be on 2 separate lines. So right now our links are displayed into inline display, and we want our links to display in a block, so that one takes the whole width of the page, just like our title does, and the next link will take the whole width of the page, and each one will exclude itself mutually. So how we do that is I'll first of all group my link styles here. Okay. And I'm going to copy this and just go below. And perhaps you have already guessed, to style these links we'll have to add a special class of their own. Therefore, I'll classify these links. Class will write block, because we want them to display in a block. Therefore, write block here too. Here we go. Now we have new selectors to use in our style sheet. So I have copied my link declarations twice. So here we'll call this a.block, and this will refer only to our links called block. So what I want to do, my text decoration none is already set for all my links, so I don't really mind about that. However, I do want to make a text color, and that text color must be the same color as the rest of the text in the document. So the color of our text is this one. So we're gonna paste it in here, and right now we're not seeing the color change because a link, a visited have extra colors, and plus we need to define that these a link and a visited are a class block. So we're going to do that now. Also in a hover, a focus, and a active. Refresh this. Here we go. And now our color's changed. Now remember what I was saying about I want my links to be on 2 separate lines. So the way we do that is use our block display. So we use display block. And now you'll see my links change line because each one of them displays the block and excludes themselves mutually. Now what I want is I want my link, if you look at my reference image here, I want my links to have a lot of white, well, not white space, but padding around them. So we'll just add a padding of 20 pixels. Perfect! Now, one last refinement. I would like my color to remain the same in every case. Remark that what's happening here is that because I'm not defining a color for when it's link visited hover focus, what it will do is take my default color for the link block. Therefore, I would like my background to change color instead of the text itself. So the way we'll do that is go here and my block, and oh no, sorry. When I hover, only when I hover and focus. So I'll write background black. Therefore, when I hover over it, it changes my background to black, which makes it very clear that we have a link. And when we press on our link, we want it to also perform an action. So I'm going to make it inverse colors. So that means I'm going to make my text color black and my background color to be white. What that does is when you click on it, it's going to turn white. And remember that we already styled all our links to become italics when we clicked on them. I might want to cancel that for this type of block link. So what I'll do, if remember correctly, font style italic. So here, right, font style, and we're going to write normal. And what that's going to do, that's going to cancel the italic, and we're going to have a normal font. So now, this is good. We have our two main divisions set up. I don't know why my first division has lost its color. Okay, now I'm going to make my third division, which is the jet plane, and the fourth division with the picture of the jet plane inside. So, remember that our jet plane, I'm going to separate these so that it's just more clear where we are. So we have our first division, our second box, and now we're going to make a third box. Making sure that we're just indenting this so that everything is clear. And actually we have two images. We won't want this second image. We don't need it. So I'm going to end my division. Do not forget to end your division, or else it'll be applied on all the page. And I'll call this remark that this division is it's going to be around the title and around the text in the paragraph. So this division should have this color. So I'll open my GIMP again. Here we go. And I'll select this type of color. And oh no. Okay, great. Copy it from here. So we're going to call this division class equals. We're going to call it the title of the picture. So title, even better, picture title. So we won't confuse it with any other. So here we can go and write div.picture title and make our background color the way we want it. So number this and oh boy. Restyle that, and now we see that our division here has the right color. So our next division, our last division for this day, will be our plane. So we go back to GIMP. This is not right again. Okay, and we choose a color selection, and notice that our color changes slightly here. I put a sort of gradient. For right now, we're just going to concentrate on using this color on this side, and then we're going to learn in a later tutorial how to add the gradient. So we're going to click on this, change the color, copy the color, and we'll have to make a new division around our image. So we're going to make a division class equals image, oh boy, image holder. And now let's just indent this properly so we see what we're doing. Notice that indents don't really matter in HTML, but it's just preferable so that you see what you're actually doing. So we're going to go and make a class division point image holder, and let me just separate these, and we're going to choose a background. The background color will be the color we just